So here we are, February 8th, 1 o'clock, 40 degrees, Grand Rapids, Michigan, north of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Came up here. I would like for it to be a little warmer to be checking, but the extended forecast is not good to be getting in here at all, so this is the best opportunity. So I'm gonna open these up. It's been exactly 5 weeks since the Hive Alive Fondant patties were put on there, and we have activity at every one of the colonies, some better than others. This one seems light, number 1. Gotta get the snow off that one. It seems to be melting and landing on the landing board, so we'll take care of that. Lots of cleansing fights happen, lots of dead bees out in front. That just means they're doing their job. So let's get inside and see what's happening with the feeding. All right, so here we are. This is the first one here, 6. This was caught in Grand Rapids within city limits, and was on the side here. Has been on the side here for a long time. Still on the side. Good cluster, and not much activity at all on the Hive Alive Fondant. So we're gonna leave that one alone. This one's 4, Rockford, Michigan, where it was caught. It was the first of 2 catches at that location. Telephone pole, full sun. Judging by the front of this one, if that needed fondant, it'd be fun to try and get in there. Some good activity on the fondant. All right, so this one's 8, single, caught late in the season, second catch at the trap 4 location. So it went in as a single, and there's activity at the entrance. There's some activity in here. I don't like that there's not much activity on the fondant. So what I'm probably gonna do is jump in there and spin it. Maybe make another access hole, because they did eat some, but then appeared to stop. Although it still looks like there's honey in here. This is just a small one. So we'll think about how we're gonna handle this one. And then this is one swim catch 2 years ago down in Grand Rapids. So good cluster, some eating. Sorry, I'll try not to move around so much. So yeah, we'll leave this one alone. All right, so this is 3. This was the last catch of the season, so very late, small. Went into winter as a single, same as the other one. Does not look the greatest on the inside. But there is still activity. Just not liking what I see on this one at all, but we knew they were gonna have a hard go of it. This was a late season catch, so we'll see what happens. So this is 5. This was donated last season. Swarm catch somebody else caught super late. They couldn't get to it. Last season it went through as a single. Came out limping. Got some help from another one with brood frames to knock back the swarming on the other one, which was successful in those swarms last year. Went into honey production and then into the winter as a double deep. Just full of bees. Absolutely full of bees. I don't even have much of an idea what's happening with that fondant. All right, so this one's 9, and I misspoke on the last one. So 9 here is the late season donation 2 years ago that went into winter limping and came out limping and got the donations, like I said about the other one. The previous box is actually 5. That was caught here at our bee yard. It's not our bees, but all the ones that we've caught here before have been huge populations, especially going into winter, and I think that's why I've had problems overwintering them, Just ridiculous population control on the bad side, if you ask me. But yeah, you know, that's what you get with swarms. You get all kinds of genetics. So, but this one's the same way. Just crazy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I would say 3, the one with the yellow entrance, is dead. There are bees still alive in it. If the cluster is lower in the frames, obviously I didn't pull out frames. That would be good news. Maybe somewhere down there, there's a small baseball-sized cluster. You got to remember torpor. They look dead, but if they're not on their sides and they're just laying around, it's just too cold for them to move, and they're in a state of torpor. And I did see that inside there, so that's promising. But that was the last catch of the year. It's a bummer. But they did provide me with 10 more frames, and they did not starve out. There's tons of honey in there, so no telling. Since it was a late season swarm, maybe they had some type of an issue, virus, mite, something. It doesn't appear to be a mite problem now with the treatments, but something happened, and it was a small one. We knew it was going to be hard, so that's where that one's at. Still some hope. I mean, like I said, there's some live bees in there, and they were on the entrance. I did cut open the fondant on the singles a little bit more. I didn't mess with any of the doubles. The one on the end here to my right with the green indicator or green entrance, I would say is light compared to the population. And then the one down on the left with the white disc, I would say is light on honey reserves, just like the one over here. The reason why I say that is the populations are ridiculous. But they're not into the fondant that I can tell. But as you can see when I went in there, you can't even see through the mass of bees at the top. So hard to say, but just doing some tilt tests and comparing them to other ones, I would say that those two I got to keep an eye on. But pretty happy so far. At least there's activity in all of them, but I would say number 3 there is in pretty bad shape. So one down there is crazy. They're pouring out of the entrance and a lot of flights. Let me switch to the other side. I would say these two are the most active, but that only makes sense because they're first to get sun in the morning. They're the west side, so they're first to get sun in the morning, and they're just very, very happy to be able to get out and move around today. So like I said, they get sun first. Sure, in a little while the other ones will be just as active. As far as the double deeps, singles, probably not. Takes a while for them to warm up, but we'll see. So 5 weeks, Hive Alive Fondant. No need to add any more on any of them. That could change quickly though. They got reserves, they're using their reserves. When they don't have reserves and they're only eating fondant, they can blow through it. So we got enough in stock. Anyways, hope your bees are well. Thanks for watching.